So the animation studio that's animated One Piece and Dragon Ball are adding AI into their process. And the entire internet is up in arms for this shit, but let me tell you why it's a good thing. They plan on using AI for storyboard creation, coloring, automatic correction of Genga and in-between frames, and generating backgrounds from photos. And since the average person doesn't know what this means, let me break it down for you. Here's a storyboard from the famous series Naruto. What they plan to do is have a real person, a physical human being, to still draw this storyboard by hand. Where AI comes into the picture is they're gonna take this storyboard and make it just look like this. The coloring on the storyboard essentially just helps the animators choose what colors they're gonna use for the animation. This is not the finished product. I'm sure they're not just gonna put that storyboard into ChatGPT and be like, oh, create a fucking coloring for this shit. They are going to handpick colors by hand by an actual human and just tell the AI what to fill in. Basically saving them a bunch of time by individually coloring every single storyboard panel. And when they say automatic correction of Genga and in-between frames, they're not talking about generating the whole frames with AI. Animation is the two-step process: keyframes and in-between frames. Keyframe animators will draw the keyframes like they're originally intended. And I'm talking about real physical human beings, not AI generated. And then the in-between animators will look at both the keyframes and try to draw something in the middle that kind of relates to both. But a lot of the time, the in-between animators have a hard time connecting both keyframes. Sometimes the leg will be up to, sometimes the arms will be out too wide. What the AI is going to do is look at all these keyframes and essentially fix them to make it flow a lot better. To be clear, real human beings are still drawing the keyframes, and real human beings are still drawing the in-betweens. AI is only in the equation to fix the mistakes for the in-between, essentially save them hella time by not going back and fixing their mistakes. The only one I can really hear you guys out on is generating backgrounds from photos. What it sounds like they're trying to do is they're trying to take a photo like this and just generate AI from that photo, which I'm not too on board for, but there's also another method where they can use this and they still have an artist drawing. What I think they could do is just have an artist make a rough sketch of a landscape, then just put that landscape of the rough sketch into AI and tell it to fill in the rest. So there's still an artist that is employed, it speeds up the process and makes it a lot faster. And all these methods are essentially just gonna help the animators not sleep on the office floor, because a lot of them say they work 6-7 days a week, 12 hours per day. So now they can actually go home and spend time with their families. But anyways, if you guys made it this far, let me know how y'all feel about this in the comments. And go ahead and check out my new YouTube video, links in bio.